What's up, fucks? I'm joined today with Josh, my friend from high school, and welcome to Casting Couch episode 2. The first sober episode of Casting Couch, I might add. Now, let's just get right into it. So my friend, not him, recently told me something, and apparently they made it up and it's complete bullshit, but they said, if you had an overbearing mother during childhood, you are less likely to be attracted to the same race. And if you had a neglectful or like a good relationship with your mother, then you're more likely to be attracted to your own race. What are your thoughts on, or the race of your mother?
I saw this. No, I saw this.
What do you think?
So
Just get a little bit closer.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
So first, this person, I've literally seen the direct effects of it. I'm not gonna say his name, but I'm gonna put a bit more context.
Just give like a fake name.
Okay, his name is Adam, and
That sounded a little too real. His name's Adam Jensen. Anyways,
this is on 1378 West. No. Okay, so Adam.
I actually thought about like looking up and finding your address for this and just like saying it at one point in the video, just being like, "Oh, and by the way, 667." And
I actually doxed my brother once on purpose. We live at the same
yeah,
house.
bro, you dumbass.
Have you seen? Did you see that?
No.
No, I put like his. Okay, I'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, let's get back to the.
Yeah, Adam, we're both, me and Adam, both Filipino, and he has the most obnoxious mom on the planet. I'm not gonna.
Sorry.
He has the most obnoxious mom on the planet, and I've never seen like somebody, and he's 100% Filipino.
Oh wait, do I know who you're talking about? Your cousin?
Yes,
Oh shit.
that was him. He was the one who put that up.
Oh dude, shout out to Adam.
Yeah.
That's not even close to his actual name. Okay.
It was just the first like.
I would have said
male
like
name.
Larry.
Larry.
So at least the same first letter, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, but anyways, shout out Larry.
Yeah, shout out Larry. So Larry. I'm sure it's. I can't tell if it's just his experience alone, but his mom is definitely. His mom is also involved with a lot of other Filipino women who just so happen to be extremely obnoxious.
Bro, I feel like that's really common in America is like
Yeah.
when you're a minority, like from another country, for example, if you're like a Russian or if you're a Filipino, you find every single other Filipino or Russian in the entire fucking state you live in, and you all know each other.
Yeah.
That's how my parents are. They know every fucking Russian in the state. It's weird.
Same with me. I literally go up to somebody and I'm like, "What's your last name?" And they go, "Oh, this." And I text my parents. They go, "Yeah, we know their mom." It's so funny. It's hilarious.
Bro, do you remember Jacob from high school? You know how he's Russian?
Yeah.
My fucking parents know his parents.
Of course they do.
Isn't that fucking weird?
It's such a weird thing how everybody knows everybody. But with Larry or Adam, whatever, Larry specifically, all the Filipino women that his mom knows are just insanely loud. This is gonna sound like flat out racist. I'm Filipino myself. I know this. They're like insanely loud.
You have the Philly pass?
I have the
Is
Philly
there a
pass.
Filipino slur?
Something I know there is. I can't remember it though.
Okay. It obviously isn't that good if you can't remember it.
No. That's
As if there's good slurs. I'm really bad at wording shit sometimes. Sometimes I just word shit in the most offensive way possible, but I
Yeah.
don't mean it that way.
I forgot to ask the rules of this, but I'm not going to say any slurs.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, no.
Unless it's your own race, then you're good. Like, I can say honky, but you can't say it.
Right.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, no, you're fully Filipino, huh? You're not even partially white.
No, there's no white. I thought I was part Portuguese.
Oh.
Apparently not.
Oh.
But I'm like 11% Chinese. We have no idea where it came from, but it's there, according to 23andMe.
Okay, sick. All right.
Sorry, I keep diverging.
No, you're good. I do the same shit. Do you have ADHD?
I'm getting the idea that I might, and a lot of my like just the way that I talk and the way that I say things, and then
Just gonna.
cool.
Sorry.
And
Can
then
you
they, like-
twist that? Sorry, technical shit.
This way?
Twist that little nub thing. Twist
the
it left.
Left.
Okay, other way. Oh wait, was that loose? Okay, now like adjust it so it's pointing right at your mouth, and then tighten it. There you go.
Okay.
Perfect. Because it was just pointing a little too high.
Ah, gotcha.
Just a little closer. A little closer.
Here?
There you go. Yeah.
Okay, sick. Fuck me. What is it?
Okay, we'll get back to the ADHD.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Adam, his mom's Filipino and she's fucking annoying and loud, and he is
Yeah.
not attracted to Filipino women.
Yeah, that's it. So here's my experience. All right. So for me, my mom is neither. She's like a little overbearing, neither overbearing or avoidant to me.
So
It's
you
neither.
just have a pretty good relationship with your
Yeah,
mom.
I think my relationship with my mom is great. Sometimes I have to like tell her you're being a little like controlling here, and she'll be like, "All right, my bad."
It's a good trait that she's able to take a step
Yeah.
back. Not a lot of parents can do that.
Yeah,
Not a lot of people can do that,
No.
period.
No, not at all. But she, a good relationship. But I have not been attracted to many Filipino women, which is interesting. I don't really think I have a preference anywhere, to be honest. I like whoever I like, but I can't say I have any experiences with Filipino women that I'm attracted to. Now that's me. But for other people, I can see it. Honestly, I can see it happening.
Like me.
I don't know your relationship with your mom that much.
So, well, first of all, have you ever seen me date a white woman?
Okay, fair.
Second of all, yeah, no, my mom was like, you know, she did the best she could, and she had like actual OCD and shit, so I can't entirely blame her for being kind of controlling, but my mom is kind of overbearing. She kind of has been for a while, but you know, no, I'm not shading my mom. I'm just saying, like, because of that, I am just like subconsciously exhausted of white women, and like I literally just find nothing appealing about them. I don't know, it's weird. It's really weird. Like it's not just like a physical appearance thing. It's like the personalities too. It's just like fuck.
So if we want to talk about things from, I guess, a psychology standpoint, you can go back to like Freud and his weird shit, where he talked about how like your attachment with your parents determines a lot of things later on in life. We still think Freud is weird as fuck from like a regular psychology standpoint, but a lot of the points he made were pretty good. We can't prove them because you can't measure that shit. You can't really put numbers on it because it's very subjective. But I've seen far too many times the way that somebody's attachment to the opposite sex parent will like definitely like change how they like. The term daddy issues
And mommy issues.
Right,
Very
right.
real things.
they're very real. And you know, they're like avoidance attachment, or fearful avoidance attachment, or like like anxious avoidant. It's a lot of it is definitely caused by your parents. So especially living in America when like you're a minority, for example, and you don't have like when there's less of your own people, that sounds fucked, but like, you know, like for me, if I grow up in like suburban Utah, there's not a lot of Filipino women. I'm gonna be more attracted to who's near me. Like if I'm in a class full of white people and that's like my main social exposure.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Like whatever you grow up around,
Right.
that is who you like learn to be attracted to.
Yes.
You know, I can see that because up until the time I was like 16, I was like primarily attracted to white women. And then the first time I ever had, Jesus Christ, I'm getting real. Okay, the first time I ever had relations with a black woman, it's real, bro. Once you go black, you don't go back. I literally was like, holy fuck, I've been missing this my whole life. Like, this shit is awesome. And it didn't really have much to do with like the physical, like the actual race of it. It was more like there was way more like heart and soul in it, you know?
Yeah.
There was more personality in the ass.
Okay, yeah.
But-
yeah.
I don't know, bro. It's weird. Like,
Culture will definitely make somebody different.
yeah, do you think like your cultural, like the way you grow up affects the way you have sex? I think your personality
Yeah.
has a big
No, I think it
play
does.
in it.
I think it does. So, it depends on how much emotional intimacy there is. Now, some people, depending on how they're raised, can be more emotionally intimate with somebody that they're with, but some people are emotionally unavailable and they're just in it for the sex. And that's definitely a product of how you grew up. Me personally, I don't know if I'm going to share this. I'm not a very physical person as much as I am emotional. So like you're not getting dick unless I love you, basically.
This dick ain't free. In conclusion,
This dick ain't. Yeah, anyway.
did you listen to Kendrick's new album?
I have a fucked attention span. I've only gotten halfway through it.
Really?
Yeah. But I really like the first half, and I know the second is better from what other people have said, but that's all I
Honestly,
listen to.
I liked it better than Damn.
That's what I've heard too.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard some mixed reviews, but a lot of people liked it better than Damn.
But yeah. So this dick ain't free.
Right, exactly. And
That's it.
that's no. It's like. So there's a couple of. This is a clinical psychology thing. I should make it known that I am a psychology student. Yeah, I know it's pseudoscience, whatever. Shut the fuck up. But the thing is,
It's not pseudoscience.
there's so many people who call it a soft science. It's research, and it's
You're
like,
a soft fucking science if
Yeah.
you discredit psychology. Bro, therapy and psychology, very, very dope things. I've been going to therapy for like 6 months now. I started in
Yeah.
like January, I think.
that's good.
That shit is fire, bro. Like, and the thing is, like, yeah, maybe right now it's like a soft science, I guess. But the thing is, like, there's a lot of shit in psychology that's been talked about for like many, many years,
Definitely.
like 100 years, that we are only recently able to finally prove.
Right.
So just because we can't prove something as of yet doesn't mean it's just bullshit. You feel me?
Exactly. I love Carl Jung. I love Sigmund Freud's a weird, but some of the things he said and like had a basis in things, and a lot of like the concepts that we get are very legitimate. But it's just hard because you can't put a number on the human experience. That's what I've always been thinking.
Bro, yeah, I was about to say, like, it psychology stretches out to like, I don't mean to get all hippie and shit, but it does stretch out to like spirituality
It does.
and all this shit about like energy and like vibes, all this shit, like low, like have you heard of the Hawkins scale of like frequencies?
I've heard of it. I'm not too familiar though.
So it's like a scale of your vibration as a being, I guess. And it goes from like 0 to 700. 700 is like enlightenment, which is like what like monks and shit are trying to achieve. But you don't have to be a monk to achieve enlightenment. And then like level 500 is like love. And then there's like the middle regions, which is like the ego, which is like it's like
Knowing yourself, kind of.
so the low vibrations is like when you're feeling real low and shitty, like depression, grief, shame, shit like that. And then like
Right.
the middle area is like acceptance, willingness. Like it's sort of like when you start getting the gear going and like getting the drive.
Jung would have loved this. Carl Jung.
I don't know who that is.
Okay, Carl Jung. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but Carl Jung is one of like the fathers of psychology. Studied under Sigmund Freud. His main thing was archetypes. You might have heard of it, but like, like the hero, the antagonist, like different parts of you, who you are. But his main thing was the unconscious. He's the one who came up with the idea of the unconscious and put a lot of idea into spirituality. Basically, the more that you grow, the more you uncover with your unconscious, which is the more that you grow spiritually, basically, and grow as a person. A lot of people who do like shrooms or maybe LSD,
Hey!
yeah, that will like.
You ever gonna try shrooms?
I think about it sometimes, but I'm like,
I'll sell you some right now. I'm just kidding. I do not have
Mr. FBI,
I
that was
don't-
a joke.
I don't have possession of a Schedule 1 controlled substance in my home.
Schedule 1's a high one, right?
Yeah, the highest one.
Fuck.
Why the fuck is shrooms in Schedule 1? It makes because the definition of Schedule 1 is there is high likelihood of abuse and little to absolutely no medical benefit. Marijuana is also in Schedule 1.
Who's making this shit up?
Fucking Richard Nixon.
Old fuck.
Old fucking bitch. Also, Richard Nixon was fucking racist, so fuck you, dude.
Fuck you, Nixon.
Fucking asshole.
Suck my Watergate.
And Reagan was fucking racist too.
Reagan can like suck 13 dicks in hell.
I'm not a political person at all. I don't know shit about politics, but still, the war on drugs, that shit was not cool, man.
Yeah, the trickle-down theory, the wealth will trickle down.
Yeah, no, fuck you.
Trickle down these nuts. How about that? Fuck you. So what I was saying was yeah, mushrooms are dope as fuck. If anybody watching does mushrooms, like, leave a comment below. And it's not just there's so many misconceptions about psychedelics and shit, bro.
Right.
It's not about just getting high and seeing cool shit and
no,
like,
not at all.
whoa, dude, the trees are changing color, dude. It's like you take it, at least for me personally, when I take it, bro, it's like because I want to fucking like learn some shit and like heal and like progress, you know what I'm saying? Expand my consciousness.
So the unconscious part of you is huge to discover because it's like, you know, again, it's a part of your growth and it's uncovering the shitty parts of being a human and the parts of your personality that you are unfamiliar with but can play a very strong part.
The shadow self.
Yeah, the shadow. That's literally what Jung called it, the shadow. Now I'm bringing this up because I also wanted to ask two things. First, taking psychedelics and shrooms and LSD and such will lead, ego death.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, if you take too much, you can get like psychosis, which Jung.
Well, no, that's not even true. It's not
It's
if you take so much, you'll get psychosis. It's only if you're predisposed to like a psychotic break. Like psychedelics can trigger that. So
I didn't know that.
If you were a person who is predisposed to getting like schizophrenia or something, a mushroom trip can trigger that and cause a psychotic break.
That's fucked up.
But if you're not predisposed to anything like that, and like you have nothing to worry about. And the more you take, and if you have an ego death, it's really weird.
I want you to talk about that actually.
I've never had one, but like as you go up in your dosage of mushrooms, you like feel it getting closer. It's super weird. Like when you're taking a decent amount of mushrooms, you feel a noticeably less amount of your ego like controlling you.
Yeah, can we like go into what? So this is my understanding of it. I've always been sober, but from my understanding, again, Jung.
Josh is 20 years sober.
Yeah, I've always been sober. From a Jung perspective, people would say that it's discovering your unconscious. From experiences that I've heard, it's like what monks get, where you see things in the bigger picture of things, and you are not, because it's ego death, you're combining both your id and your ego, so you can understand yourself much better and your drives and why you are the way that you are without judging them, and how you integrate to the rest of society, rest of the world, rest of everything.
That's kind of how I was when I was like approaching ego death. But I think when you actually, I don't know, I've never had one. And also when we get into shit like this, where everybody's literally just talking out of their ass because shit is so like, there's so much shit humans can't comprehend that we are literally just like throwing hot dogs down a dark hallway. That's a weird.
No. I get what you mean. Really weird. Like,
yeah, that was a weird metaphor, but you know what I'm saying, like,
yeah, the iceberg.
Yeah. Throwing hot dogs down a dark. Okay, so yeah, basically we're talking out of our ass, and don't take this all too seriously, but basically I think when ego death happens, it's so first when you're at low vibrations, it's me, and then when we're in like middle vibrations, it's us, like you and also the people closest to you. And then when you're at like the highest level, it's everybody. Everybody gets interconnected. And I remember one time when I took mushrooms, I really felt interconnected with everybody. I was standing like at the top of a hiking trail and I was like, bro, we're like every human is made from the same material. Like we all came from the same place. Like we are all related. We are all love. You know what I'm saying? Like so many people lose sight of it because of like first world problems and the ego and all this shit, but we are all just love. So some really hippie shit.
Yeah, no, it sounds like hippie shit, but it's a really like good place to strive towards.
It's a good way to live your life.
Would you say that it like pushes your empathy much more and more?
Yeah, it does. Also, weirdly enough, I think weed really helped my empathy because every
Huh.
time I would get high and watch like a movie or so, I was watching Breaking Bad one time when I was really baked, and I remember I was just like empathizing with Skylar, Walter's wife. Like
Everybody
so,
finds her annoying as fuck.
I
though,
know.
doesn't-
I usually find her annoying as fuck too, but I was so high, I was like literally like empathizing the fuck out of her. Like they just got in an argument or something, and I was like, "Yo, this must be crushing her inside. Like
Yeah.
her whole world is crumbling around her, and she doesn't know why." I was like,
That's interesting. I didn't think weed could do that.
I didn't think so either, but I remember back in high school, and you can fact check me, I lacked empathy quite a bit. I was definitely a giant fucking douche in high school. I do believe I've changed for the better, and I try to change for the better, but yeah, weed is one of the things that really helped me like see other people's perspectives and like try to feel how they feel in certain situations, and it made me realize like, man, like what am I doing shit like at the expense of other people. For example, I used to have a lot of casual sex, and I would do it at the expense of the women because like I don't know, women are a much more in general much more emotional than men, and sex is much more of an emotional act. And I at that point in my life I did not really see it that way, so I was just like having sex at their expense and just being like, yeah, whatever. But
There's a right place and time for it, of course. Like some people want that, and you have to like make sure you communicate with that. But of course, if
I was doing a very shitty job at that for sure. I could have done much better at communicating like, hey, I don't want a relationship. I don't want to date you. I
Right,
just
right.
want to fuck.
right.
But I have since then I have been celibate since February.
Huh. For the sole reason of like cutting off casual sex.
For the reasons of I think I had like a weird addiction to casual sex.
Ah.
It was like a spike of dopamine. I was using it to like fill some weird hole within myself, like a hole where I was missing like love for myself. So I've been trying to find that self-love within for the past 6-7 months or so. I had one slip up back in April. I had one slip up, but other than that, I have been celibate, and now I'm no nut too. I'm like completely semen
Whoa.
retention, yeah.
Nice.
Because I find that like sexual energy is the same as like passionate energy. You feel me? So you could channel your sexual energy into like creative shit. That's literally what we're doing right now. Like
Nice.
ever since I went no nut, I've just been like go on the videos. I uploaded a video. What, on Thursday? Did you watch the new video?
I thought that was hilarious. I commented on
Yeah.
it. I was like, we should make a fake article.
the
that, like-
Jankum video.
Yeah. Check that out, guys. That was hilarious.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that very much.
I enjoyed it.
When I was editing it, I was like, this is so gross. Everyone's going to fucking hate this. But I guess some people thought it was funny. Bro, my oldest brother, he's like 34. He texted me. He was like, send me the link to your new video. And I was like, first of all, how the fuck did you know? Second of all, I don't think you're going to like it, but here you go. And then he fucking subscribed to me on YouTube. I was like, what the fuck?
Nice.
I was like, wow.
I sent my brother your video because he thinks your shit is funny.
Dude,
Yeah,
sick.
yeah.
What'd he say?
He hasn't watched it yet because he's been busy. Well, like not really busy, but his ADD brain. But you
Mhm.
know,
That's all right. That's all right. I understand. I'm not going to lie, bro. That is completely okay.
yeah. I mean, like,
Sorry, I got really dramatic there. I didn't
no,
mean
no, you're good. But yeah, the thing about the creative experience is that it's so.
All right. Sorry. I'm not going to have this soundboard next episode
No.
because this is Jaden's, as I mentioned in the last episode, and he's just letting me film with this one more time because it's so fucking convenient because it records everything, all the audio on this thing.
Yeah, and the gain is everywhere and all.
Yeah,
that.
and all like the settings and shit, and then I just transfer it to my computer. So it's so convenient because otherwise I would have to have my laptop here and like my interface and like it's a whole fucking mess. Also, I'm gonna check the camera really quick to make sure we're still rolling because I'm just a little paranoid. But
No, that's
yeah,
fair.
keep talking.
Right. The thing about the creative process is what I think I was saying.
Oh yeah,
Um,
we were talking about like sexual energy being
energy, yeah.
channeled.
I've never really felt any sort of creative process of my own being channeled by like sexuality. We good? Yeah. Sick. Okay. I haven't felt like any of my own But I think I'm gonna give it a try.
Yeah, so it definitely isn't like you're getting horny to like be creative.
No.
It's not. It's very strange. It's like instead of jerking off, how about I like think of a new idea for a video? You know what I'm saying? It's like finding an alternative. It's super weird, and it might not make any fucking sense to anybody, but that's how I see it. I feel like sexual energy is the same as creative energy, and if you're not using all your sexual energy up, then you can use that for creative shit.
Right. The thing, interestingly enough, I think you're much more like familiar with like we keep using the term like energy and vibes. You're much more familiar with that than I am. For me, it's like I'm as far as the spiritual growth thing, I'm at the fucking bottom. I want to make that as clear as possible. I'm not very healthy. So like hearing this is like trying to
Well, you say that, but you probably realize you do a lot of shit that you don't even realize is spiritual. Like, do you know, like when you get, I'm sure you do a lot of like, do you meditate ever?
I try to daily now. It doesn't work out as much, but
Exactly. Even the fact that you try to meditate, that counts. And do you ever like deal with negative emotion and then you sort of like meditate on it?
so that's the thing I was going to bring up, mindfulness specifically.
Yes.
That's literally, I've been so ass at it, and I'm trying really hard to get good because I have like zero control over my own emotions. For me personally, my growth is learning to understand myself and to accept it.
Well, the thing is, you can't really control your emotions. That's like a myth.
That's the thing. Yeah, that's what I've tried to learn over the past few year.
You want to know what I do?
Yeah.
Hang on. What the fuck? Okay.
Yeah, I'm hearing
Sorry, I
that
thought somebody was right behind me. I think somebody just walked in. But what I do when I'm dealing with a negative emotion, for example, oftentimes I deal with like chasing the carrot. Like, for example, having a carrot attached to a stick like on your back in front of you, and you like just keep chasing it.
Right.
So the idea behind that is like if you can't be happy in the present moment and be satisfied and like content with everything around you, then you're never going to find happiness because you're always going to be chasing that carrot. But
Is this okay, by the way? Like,
yeah, you
okay,
can. So oftentimes I'll find myself chasing carrots of like, man, I wish I had more money so I could do more shit. And then I'll catch myself having that thought and being like, all right, take a deep breath. Like, money does not bring happiness. Money only brings like security, which is a good thing. But I am still like fully capable of being happy and satisfied in the present moment. And then I just like sit on that. And when you feel an emotion come up, like, for example, if you're feeling kind of like depressed and it just like kind of hits you out of nowhere. What's up, Jaden?
he's flexing.
Jaden was flexing his watch.
It's a nice watch.
Yeah, it's a nice watch. When you have a negative emotion come up, for example, like depression just hits you out of nowhere, what I do is I like, holy fuck, like, okay. What I do is it's called the name technique. You notice, acknowledge the emotion. So you notice it and then you're like, hello, depression, welcome back. And then you make space for it. So you like focus on where you feel it on your body, because you do feel emotions in your body. And then you like breathe like into the area where you feel it and just like allow it, and you like sit with it. And basically the whole idea, damn, this is getting really hippie. My bad, guys.
No.
Well, actually not my bad. Fuck you. I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about.
I like this kind of conversation, so I'm cool with it.
And I'm not trying to talk about this like I'm a fucking master of my emotions and I never struggle. Of course I fucking do. This is just what I am trying to get better at. So you make space for it, you breathe into it, you sit with it, and then you expand your awareness, which means just like being more mindful, and like when in a moment you just like try to be present. So you're like, all right, what's 5 things I see? I see a light, I see a clock, I see a phone, I see a microphone, and then you're like, what do I smell? And then like, what do I hear? Shit like that. Just like
kind of like getting you out of your head then.
Yeah, it's the same. It's kind of similar to like if you're have you ever had a panic attack?
No, I don't think so.
You ever had just like really bad anxiety attack out of nowhere?
Yeah, I've had like horrible anxiety, and I've tried like methods to ground myself.
Yeah, exactly, grounding. So like you count backwards from 100 by 7s. You like pay attention to shit you see. Yeah,
Breathing is
a
big thing for me.
Yeah. Damn, I don't even know how we got on that topic.
We were damn. I think we were talking. Fuck. I will. Okay, I'll add something to this part of the conversation a little bit. That's a journey that you're going through right now, which is for you. It's like you've gotten pretty good at. Like,
And it's like a lifelong journey, though.
right. You're going through the part where you learn to accept your emotions, being mindful of it. Basically, I don't want to associate with just one word, mindful, because it's a wider thing than that. There are some things that I've discovered about myself and my own spirituality that you probably haven't, and of course vice versa. The interesting thing is, all these interesting experiences that you get from like millions of people are all so insanely different perspectives, and they've all learned really different things that you usually can't learn until you experience it yourself. So you look out and you're like, God damn, I need to humble myself because there's somebody over here who just went through this insane trauma and they're dealing with it in this way, and I'll never deal with that. But I'm over here like crying over my dumb shit. This is just me, honestly. I'm over here crying over dumb shit over here that I can't control. And I try really hard in hard moments to look at that bigger picture of things and remember like it's just a part of things. And again, Jung with his whole unconscious, like discovering that bigger iceberg of how the human experience goes through things. It's almost very common with everybody, which is what the unconscious is. There's just so much there that you probably couldn't tap into in like 5 lifetimes, which is really interesting to me. That's my ramble.
No, I felt that because like it's really easy to just like, I don't know, bro. Like it's easy to talk about shit and like hear about it and be like, oh, I can fucking deal with that, bro. That's not that hard.
Right.
But when you're actually like in it and feeling all that shit, it's a totally different story. And it's like, man, it's tough, bro. Emotions are a tough thing. Being a human is a very tough existence for sure. But, you know, I'm grateful for it. I enjoy it. I'm just doing my best to enjoy life and shit. And, like when negative emotions come up, like I was feeling big time depressed for like a minute. I'm feeling much better nowadays.
I'm happy to hear that.
Thank goodness. But, and thank you, bro. But yeah, when I was dealing with it, I was just like waking up every day and I was like, all right, this is just like a phase of my life. This is a part of it. I got to do what I got to do to like go through with it and like heal and shit. And then finally I'll get over it. I'll get through it and then I can be happy again. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that's definitely a journey that I'm trying to go through right now, which is where I accept that I am a human. Because oddly enough, my own rejection of my own emotions has been so self-sabotaging in every relationship. And now that I'm finally beginning to see that, I'm like, hey, maybe I should love myself, which is, you know, the corny love yourself thing that you see on every album in the planet. But now that I'm trying to experience it more and more, I'm like, fuck, that's hard.
Yeah, it is hard.
It's really, really difficult. And I'm not like bragging here, but I consider myself a pretty accomplished person, and I still fucking hate myself. It's ridiculous.
That's funny.
It's. I just noticed the way that it ruins so many of my relationships just because I'm so in my own head about shit, and I'm like, I need to be there for this person sometimes, even if I'm a bit of a dickhead. But that's like a hard thing that I've had to learn.
No, and do you know what the law of attraction is?
Yeah.
Bro, like that shit is so true. Like I'm mostly talking about the fact that if you like strongly desire something, if you have like a deep want for something, it will not come to you, because when you want something really bad, it's coming from a place of like I lack this thing. So if you're like, I want love, I want a girlfriend, oh my god, I bet a lot of fucking people listening to this are like relating to this right now. If you are like, oh my god, I want love, I want a good relationship, I want to find my soulmate, dude. It's not going to fucking happen, because you need to be at a place where you have love for yourself, within yourself, for your friends, for your family. You can't find love if you don't have it to begin with. This is really spiritual shit and really like, it's God's plan shit like that. But I truly, truly believe this shit, because if you think about it, like, it's always when people are doing like really well by themselves in life when love comes their way.
Yeah, exactly. You can't go chasing
when
that
you're
shit.
Totally like satisfied and having a great time being single and you're happy and you're like accomplished with your passions and shit like that. That's when like you fucking meet that person. And that's a big thing I've been struggling with personally, because sometimes I do have that deep want for, oh, I just want a relationship, dude. I just want a girl to play with my hair. That happens, and that's one of the carrots that I chase sometimes. And whenever I find myself like desiring that shit, I just take a moment. I'm like, all right, deep breath. I have all the love that I need within myself. I do not need a big booty Latina to stroke my hair to feel love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or
No, I get exactly what you're saying. Like me personally, I'm avoiding a relationship right now because I'm pretty fucking toxic. I will not lie.
yeah, that's the other thing. Like, you have to do a lot of healing before you're
Definitely.
ready to meet your soulmate or whatever. Because I'm not gonna lie, every time I get like even like slightly too approach to a relationship, all of like the issues I have in relationships start surfacing, and I'm like,
No, I'm the same.
and I'm like, yo, I got a lot of shit to work on. Like, I overthink way too much. Fucking like, I need to get better at like finding a balance between like distance and intimacy. You know,
Yeah.
because you can't be like intimate all the fucking time. The other person will feel smothered. And another thing I heard about this shit is there's like only one fundamental like human need that's higher than love, and it's freedom. And that's why if you ever are like trying to attract a woman, or if you're a woman and trying to attract a man, or fucking, it doesn't matter, a dude trying to attract a dude, whatever. If you're trying to attract somebody and you're trying to like talk to them, like text them, whatever, if you are way too much and way too clingy and like showing way too much attention, it drives them away every fucking time. Unless you're talking to somebody who's like kind of like weird and like kind of crazy and kind of like loves feeling like people are obsessed with them, which does happen.
It's kind of a red flag, but yeah,
it does happen. But if you are talking to like let's say a person who is not like that, and you are like just being way too much, way too clingy, putting way too much attention on them and shit, it's gonna drive them away because they feel fucking smothered. They feel like their freedom is being infringed on.
Right.
I have felt this firsthand. When a woman is way too fucking clingy, it's like you just get that feeling. You're just like, ugh, stop. Just let me like jerk off or whatever. Fuck.
You don't. Yeah, feeling like you're tied down to something is
It's fucked up.
It's kind of scary when you initially have such intimacy with a person and then it gets like unbalanced. I'm gonna bring two different sides to this coin though. On one end, the thing about relationships is that they're also something you can grow from. So we're both like 20, and like, so we know fuck all. I'm gonna make that clear. We know fuck all, and I don't think 20-year-old males are mature at all. So we have a lot to grow on, but that doesn't mean that we are not allowed to experience things. I think that a lot of the relationships I've had in my life have been things that I've grown so much from.
It's all like preparation.
It's a good way of putting that. And you learn about yourself from every human interaction that you get. And that was one part of it. I'm not saying like, oh, if you have a flaw, don't get close to anybody. That's not the case. That's going to like ruin you as a human because you need other people. But you also need to completely understand that you need to communicate with the other person first. And second, accept your own flaws to the point where you're willing to either work around them,
Acknowledge them, acknowledge your flaws, and say, I do have this issue and I'm trying to work on it.
Yeah.
Because if you're just fucking like defensive as fuck and you're just like, no, and you're just, then you're just going to be a fucking really unpleasant person to talk to and be around, and you're going to be an awful lover. I know when somebody calls you out on some shit and you're like a little insecure about it, you get that feeling where you instantly want to like defend, and you're like, no, fuck you. But you got to take a moment and like,
why am I insecure first?
Yeah.
Second.
Because why are you insecure? Because it's true. Because what they said is fucking true.
But that doesn't mean you need to hate yourself for it, but you got to understand.
And it doesn't mean you got to attack the other person. It means you should acknowledge it and be like, you're right. I should work on this. I'm sorry. That's something I feel like I've been getting better at, because I remember in high school and shit, when someone would be like, yo, dude, and say some shit, I'd be like, no, that's not true. I feel like I've been getting better at like thinking about it, and I'm like, you know what? You're right. You know?
Oddly enough, I find myself at the opposite end of that, where I like literally am so self-critical about everything, and it completely blinds me to the things I've done for the other person. But that's also really unhealthy, because now I'm restricting myself from A, growing, and B, helping those around me. Also, the thing about like literally rejecting things from other people shows a clear and obvious hatred towards you. Like, unacceptance of yourself is a very big problem. It's a catastrophe. Like, looking at yourself and not accepting who you are, trying to be somebody else, essentially lying.
Bro, you should take some mushrooms, honestly. That'll sort your shit right out. Like, it's crazy. Mushrooms will show you what you need to see, not what you want to see.
Right.
And
it's
it's fucking crazy. The first
Jung's
time,
unconscious. I'm sorry, I keep bringing up Carl Jung, but it's his unconscious theory.
bro, no, like if you take mushrooms, like the first time I did, not the first time, the second time, because the first time I didn't take that much and it didn't really hit that much. The second time I took mushrooms, I got faced with some trauma and some shit in my head that I didn't even know about. I didn't even know I was still like hurt over this shit that happened like 2 years prior. I was like, holy fuck, I'm still thinking about this. And then I like took the next like 3 hours and I was talking to my trip sitter. Shout out Aliceberg if you're watching. Probably not. That's okay though. And I talked through everything. It was fucking insane, bro. Like, you know how some therapists do like guided ketamine treatment for like depression and PTSD.
Right.
It felt exactly like that shit. It was crazy. And by the end of it, like, I felt so much weight off my shoulders. Like, it was fucking crazy, bro.
Your experiences when you're young take a toll on you. Like, literally, did I tell you about being a assistant for a therapist for sexual offenders?
What? No?
Okay, I'll make this very
What?
I'll make this very quick. I worked with a psychotherapist, clinical psychotherapist, that works with sexual offenders who have been convicted.
Bro, we worked with sex offenders at the homeless shelter.
We did.
All right, we'll talk about that in
What
a
was the
minute.
number of people in the MRC?
That were sex offenders?
On the registry.
It was like 33.
God damn. Anyway, so I worked with them, and it was interesting because they have their own individual therapists, and it's really interesting because they all were able, not all of them, the ones who actually gave a shit, were able to tie back the reason they were the way they were to traumas when they were young that they completely forgot about. There was one guy I know who was like, yeah, I got rejected in the 5th grade. I thought that was stupid as shit to be sad over, but now it's affecting me, and I literally touched a little girl because of it. And see, it's fucked. The tiniest things that you don't pay attention to will take a toll on you later in life.
That's fucked up, man.
It's scary. And when you reject that part of yourself, then it's going to build up. And I know there are things that I'm rejecting right now that I really need to face. And I feel like a lot of people do know, but they have a hard time stepping towards it because A, it's a hard thing to do. It's very hard. Or B, it's not in your nature and it's very hard. Or B, a lot of the time it's still dug into people's unconscious. Like, they have a hard time understanding that it's there, which is fair enough, and it's a part of growth. But knowing that there's so much under that iceberg can be scary, but it also gives you a little bit of peace knowing that I am the way that I am, and that's fine because I'm on my journey. But that's my ramble. Fucking Carl Jung can fuck himself because now I can't stop talking about him. Hate that guy.
Was he handsome?
I mean, I only saw old pictures of him. So he looked like an old man, but I don't know if he's handsome. If he was handsome.
When he was young? Damn.
I could look it up at some point.
That's okay. We don't need to.
Yeah, we don't read.
Do you want to do a tarot card reading?
Yeah, I'm down. Fuck,
all right.
We're already 43 minutes in.
Yeah, no, that flew by. What, didn't it?
My fault. Yeah, it flew by pretty quick. I kept looking and I'm like, 20 minutes. 43.
Yeah, no, holy fuck. No, it's crazy how fast this shit goes by. We'll record till like an hour 5 because we had like 5 minutes of like getting shit set up.
Right.
So we got like 20 minutes.
Okay.
Damn, bro, we didn't even need the talking points. We just fucking went. That was sick. That was great.
We're completely sober too. I love this.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't know. Being sober kind of makes me more talkative. When I'm baked, I'm kind of just like, well, it depends on the mood. Because sometimes when I'm baked, I'll be like, yo, dude, like, why are they called buildings if they've already been built? But sometimes, like, I'm just like really high and I'm just like really relaxed. You know, I don't know. Let's do a tarot card reading.
All right, sick. So how are we gonna move around?
Okay.
Are we gonna need a table or can we just?
I'm just gonna do it right here on this
Okay.
couch cushion.
I'm a little scared because I know, like, I don't know how much I believe in tarot cards, but I do know that, like, the reason, okay, this is my theory while you set this up. My theory is that the reason people love astrology tarot cards, fucking, like, personality types on what Harry Potter character you are. The reason people love that shit so much is because it reveals to them a part of themselves that they need to confront. Human unconscious, fucking Jung. I keep saying it over and over because it's been in the back of my mind for ages, but it shows you part of the human experience that other people experience too. And it forces you to look at it from that perspective. So when people see things, it's like, oh, you feel like this towards a certain friend, they apply themselves to it. And they're like, who's the friend it's thinking about? And it's like, you have conflict because of this. And you're like, where could this conflict be? And then they dig it out, which they didn't think about before. They dig it out and they think about it for a bit and they go, fuck, I didn't even realize until now. That's that's my rationale towards it. I think that there is a spiritual element to it too that I know fuck all about, but I think it's like, that's one of the reasons I've enjoyed things like tarot card readings lately.
That was a pretty good assessment. With tarot cards, the messages on the cards are a little, I wouldn't say like vague, but they are up to interpretation.
Right.
With oracle cards, which is kind of like tarot cards, but it's much more like just like simple, plain answer in your face, like you got molested, like shit like that. Like, oh damn, you got the molested card. Fuck.
That'd be so fucked up.
Oh, you got the sexual assault card. Damn it.
You're with your girl and she's like, hey, let's try this out. Maybe we can find something about our relationship.
And then you just remember. Oh, that's fucked up.
That is fucked up.
That's crazy though.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, with oracle cards, it's much more like in your face. Like, oh, that's the answer. That's what I need to do. With tarot cards, the way it's designed is to be just like one deck of cards to answer almost any question you can think of, and because of that, it is a little bit more up to interpretation. Look,
right.
If you're watching this and you're like, this shit is bullshit, fuck tarot, fuck spirituality, you're all fucking stupid and gay, that's okay. You can feel that way, but like just watch, just enjoy. Like, you don't have to get defensive or you know, get too attached or whatever. Just
Maybe that says something about you, huh?
yeah, just watch, you know.
The funny thing is, Dan, I think you were that kind of person in high school. Like you're like, fucking spirituality, what? And
I wasn't though. I actually in high school I was like religious. I was like a Christian.
Oh, right. Okay. I was thinking about that the wrong way then.
Yeah, because I was an altar boy in the Orthodox Church from ages like 9 to 18. But in the Orthodox Church, the priests are allowed to get married, so I didn't get molested. So that's dope.
I'm glad you finished it. On
Unless I haven't remembered it yet. Maybe I'll pull the molested card. I don't know. Cut the deck.
Okay.
At any point.
Just anywhere.
Yep, that looks great. All right.
Great.
Now. Okay, so I'm going to give you 3 cards. One will be the super consciousness, which is like your life path, your soul path, like your life's purpose, why you're here. And then we got the consciousness card, which is what you're thinking about. And then the subconsciousness card.
So
let's
life
flip
path,
these
what
over.
I'm thinking about, and what's subconsciousness?
Yeah.
What is like just subconscious?
Yeah,
in
just
general,
what's going on in your subconscious mind
Okay.
as of today.
as of today. Okay.
As of like right now. All right, so what you're thinking about is the Hermit in reverse.
fuck's sake. Last time I got a tarot card reading, I got the Hermit too.
In reverse?
I don't know if it was in reverse, but I got the Hermit.
That's crazy. Okay, it says, if you feel lost or confused, go within. Trust that your path will become clear when you connect with yourself on a soul level. Be careful not to get lost in a deeply spiritual path, disconnecting from the outer world. I don't know. What does that mean? Does that mean anything to you? This might be a dog shit reading because we are on camera.
No, it's all good. For the love of God. No, this is a pretty good call out where it's just telling me it's like,
You feel lost
Yeah.
and confused?
stay in basically stay in reality for me. It's like a mix of things.
Yeah,
on my
no,
end.
you do have to sort of like find the balance between like thinking about like spiritual shit and like psychology shit, thinking about your thoughts and your emotions and dealing with all that shit. But you also got to remember, we do live in a 3D world. You got to
Right.
make sure you're like still living in the real world that you are existing in.
The human, I said this before, but like consciousness and the human experience is the biggest anomaly that there is, because it is literally, it doesn't fit into any mathematical equation like the rest of physics, chemistry, or like even biology. You cannot fucking limit us to ATP and shit. I don't know what that, like, you can't limit us to DNA. Like, you can't, it's not that. The human experience is so much more. So on my end, I'm learning to balance that. And I can see parts of myself where it's like affecting me. And fucking hate being a psychology student. That's all I can think about. But yeah, it's
Speaking
like,
of hating being a student, this one says external pressure is weighing you down, leaving you doubting yourself and whether everything is worth it. Don't let your doubts get to you. Own your position. Don't censor yourself to keep other people happy. Does that mean anything to you?
yeah, it's like
You feeling a lot of pressure with school and shit?
not with school. I fucking love school. I said I hate being a psychology student because now I literally see everything in the lens of psychology, which
Yeah, that does sound annoying. And like, you'll just be hanging out with your friends at a party and you'll be like, you guys want to know the psychological reason why he just did that?
yeah,
After,
no, I'm
a
that
dude,
guy.
after a dude just beer bongs and everyone's like, bro, shut the fuck. No. He wants to get drunk. That's why he beer bonged, Josh. Jesus.
It's like, oh man, your father.
It's not because of his daddy issues.
your
He wants to
father
get
loved
fucked
to do
up.
that. Your father loved to do that, didn't he? And he goes, shut the fuck.
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah. I think the external pressures though come from, I think, the ideals I've made up for myself,
Dude, that's a big
which is
thing.
external.
Have you heard the saying that all suffering in life is because of attachment?
I haven't heard that saying, but I can certainly see it.
Attachment to stories you make up in your head, to expectations for yourself, to outcomes that like attachment to outcomes, attachment to people.
This is Zen Buddhism, isn't it?
I
Like,
don't
pardon.
know.
Okay, yeah.
Probably. There's a lot of shit that I like learn about that also happens to be like part of Buddhism, part of Hinduism, but
Right.
I wouldn't call myself any religion. I'm not into organized religion because I feel like organized religion is founded for the purpose of control rather than enabling people to expand their consciousness and shit. Because if you think about it, religion was founded to like 2,000, 3,000 years ago, whatever. And it was founded because there was like priests and shit who knew how to read and could read the Bible or whatever, or the Quran or whatever. But most of the people in the world didn't know how to read. They didn't have access to like the books or whatever. So they would need a priest or somebody to like teach them the words of God or whatever. But now that everybody can fucking read and everybody has access to a Bible and all that shit, why does organized religion exist? I don't think it's a terrible thing because it's a good community and it's really important for humans to have community and have a tribe and have a place where they feel like they belong. But it's just not for me because I always said when I was a Christian, like, I don't understand why we need to go to church. Like, I can just worship at home on my own terms. I really don't understand why we need to go somewhere on Sundays and dress nice. It makes no fucking sense to me.
Rituals never made sense to me either.
So that's my hot take on religion. I'm not necessarily against religion. I just feel like it's based in a place where it's sort of trying to have a position of power. And I feel like eventually as humans evolve, we will probably see organized religion dissipate.
Okay.
At least that's my theory. That's my thought. Could be complete bullshit. Don't take me so seriously. Damn, we are really getting into like the really sensitive topics today. That's okay though. That's what Casting Couch is about, man.
All right, yeah. If I'm ever on here again, we can talk about like, I don't know, fucking Minecraft or something.
Yeah. Okay. Here we have the soul card, the super consciousness card, and it says, "You've been rapidly growing and expanding. Now it's time to pause and celebrate what you have achieved. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. A wedding, a birthday, homecoming, family get-together may also be in the cards."
That's interesting because I have a hard time celebrating things these days. I literally go, oh, that's great. I need to still do this though. But one thing is, my brother called me out on this. He goes, I'm so jealous that you have a whiteboard in your room and you can cross things off and have like a dopamine like rush from it. I go, what? He goes, listen, every time I have a whiteboard and I try to cross something off, it doesn't do anything for me. I'm just like, okay, cool. I just think of the next thing on the list. And this is like almost what he said word for word. He goes, you could cross something off of your to-do list and go, let me distance myself from the mic. You can cross something off and go, and go fucking insane about it. And I go, yeah. He goes, I fucking hate you for that.
Wait, you really can do that? Like every time you cross something off, you just bust a nut?
I get happy over the fact that I finished something. And
You know, I do feel that. Like every time I
Yeah.
get done unloading the dishes, I'm like, damn, I'm the shit, dude.
yeah, exactly.
Fuck yeah.
You go like, okay, I'm not just a lazy sack
I'm not
of
a
shit.
piece of shit. I
Yeah.
unloaded the dishes today.
It's a good feeling. Now, I think I do need to like focus more on the part where I can be glad of the progress I've made. I know I've grown as a person in certain ways, and I think I have a lot of growth left to do. But oddly enough, I look at myself and I'm like, okay, now I'm a mildly decent human, and I don't really acknowledge that I've had growth.
Yeah, it is important to like maybe look at videos of yourself in the past or like look at like Snapchat memories or something in the past and be like, wow, I used to be so different. I used to think so differently. Or like look at old text messages and just appreciate the evolution you've had.
Yeah. I'm realizing how much me personally, and this is a very nutshell statement, so I'm compacting it into as much of a summary as I can, but I'm realizing that I have a role in other people's lives and I have a role in things in general, and that I should probably get my head out of my ass for once and think,
Yeah, dude, this
Yeah.
podcast wouldn't be happening without you. You are an equal part of this.
that's what I enjoy thinking. Like, now that I know that I'm like, I have something to contribute, it's kind of weird. I talked to you about this just a minute ago. I was thinking of actually making I have a YouTube channel, but it's just like a compilation of videos.
He's
of me and
good.
my
He's good
friends.
at editing videos.
Thank you. I'm thinking of genuinely like making something that where I can share myself.
So like something similar to my channel.
Yeah, definitely. And it's like, it's hard because I look at myself and I'm like, I'm pretty fucking boring, but I bet there are things that I can contribute to the world.
You're not boring. You're not a boring person at all. Like all your vlogs, like those are fire, bro.
Thank you. I initially, it's odd. I initially made them for the sake of like giving my friends something to look on, because, you know, I'm the one behind the camera. People like me in front of the camera sometimes, and I want to give them something to look back upon. But as I did it, people were like, hey, when's the next one? And I'm like,
Yeah.
you guys like this?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. No, I get that. Like it feels good when you hear shit like that, doesn't it?
Yeah. People go like, sometimes people go up to me and they're like, yeah, no, I still watch like 08 or something. And I'm
Bro,
like,
yeah. Oh,
was
it was fire.
I'm glad you guys like that one. I'm like, that was like 2 years ago. And they're like, yeah, but it was a good time.
Yeah. I think it has to do with like being a vain piece of shit because I like I think it's 08 or 09 where I'm like in half the fucking video.
You're in a good amount. Yeah.
And I love that video, bro. I think it's just because I like to suck my own dick, but you know, that's normal.
I don't think it's that as much as it is you're like, wow, I'm part of this social thing and I'm enjoying it. And these people are enjoying my like, you see yourself from a more like, I don't want to say objective standpoint, but not from
I see
yourself.
myself from other people's perspectives.
Yeah, in a way. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know, bro. I think I just like to entertain people, you know. It just feels good. I like that's why I did stand up. That's why I make YouTube
Your
videos
shit's funny,
and shit.
dude.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. I don't know. I feel like entertaining people is a good way to like spread happiness and like joy and like uplift people, but I'm not necessarily like starting foundations and like providing water to the kids in Africa and shit. Like, I mean, I could do that. That could be in the cards if I ever make money off this shit. That'd be fire. But you know, it's just a way to do what I can and spread positivity with the resources that I have.
No, that's a really good point. Now, I'm gonna quote Dr. Jordan Peterson, and if you hate him, that's
God
great.
damn,
Yeah,
you're quoting so many fucking.
So Peterson's a very controversial figure. I think he's weird as shit sometimes. I'm not going to give my opinion on him because he's weird, but one of the things he said is that without you, the world is a darker place, and you have a light to contribute to the rest of it. So make sure you can contribute that light, no matter who you are. And I remember hearing that, and I'm like, fuck are you talking about, man? Children in Africa are still going to be starving if I make like 2 or 3 people laugh. But no, the 2 or 3 people that I make laugh get something from that. And the human experience is still a human experience. Yeah, I know I quote a shit ton of people. Sorry, but
We get it. You study psychology. Fuck.
this doesn't
We
mean
get it. I have daddy issues. Jesus.
no. Peterson, by the way, you're weird as shit, but some of the things you say is cool.
Yeah, fuck Peterson.
Fuck you, Peterson.
Bruh.
JP, suck my... Never mind.
We should drive by Peterson. Is he dead?
No, he's very much alive, and
We should find his address
he's
and drive
very
by him.
he's very politically charged. That's the problem.
Mm.
So you have like some people calling him a neo-Nazi, and I'm like, he's just a like clinical psychologist.
Mm.
I don't get it.
Mm.
Hello, sir.
What's up, Jaden? Okay, wow. So we've been rolling for what, like 55 minutes?
Yeah.
Let's check out the talking points.
We can rapid fire through these.
Okay, I have something to ask you. Okay, first of all, are you okay with me mentioning your allergy?
Which one?
Your peanut. Wait, what? You have multiple?
I'm allergic to fucking everything.
Oh shit.
Well,
okay.
food allergy wise, it's like nuts. But yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, how does it feel, like, living your life knowing that a peanut could kill you at any moment?
Did I tell you I went to the ER in December?
What? No.
Yeah. No, I fucking like. I was like, no, I'm fine, guys, and I'm like having trouble breathing. They're like, we're taking you to the emergency room, and I was so mad because I missed Christmas lights with my friends, which is like a yearly thing.
Why don't you just like EpiPen your shit?
I didn't have it with me.
Oh, you goof.
Yeah, I know. I literally ate a piece of cheesecake with like peanut dust on it.
Oh.
Yeah, see? Yeah, no, I hate it. It's terrible. I don't know what part of our evolution or when God created us or whatever you believe in. I don't know what
Yeah,
what
why
part.
the fuck can a peanut kill you? I don't
Yeah,
get it.
grass, trees, horses, fucking air. I don't understand.
Wait, you're allergic to air?
Yeah, like, fucking no.
Wait, so you're allergic to horses?
I'm allergic to like everything in the environment. I literally got a test. You know the prick test they do on your back?
Uh-huh.
I got it like 3 days ago. They also drew my blood. You can see the mark. And they were like, yeah,
Junkie.
you're allergic to like everything. And I'm like, yeah. They're like, here's a list. And I'm like,
Oh, bro. And horses was on the list?
horses, dogs, cats, all types
You have
of
a
like,
dog.
I know, that's the thing. I don't give a shit. I love dogs.
So is the allergy just like not that severe?
It's pretty severe if I touch my dog and I touch my face, I'm probably going to like start like getting itchy eyes and sneezing.
Yo.
It's ridiculous. So I always wash my hands after I touch an animal.
Fuck, man, that sucks. I'm really sorry.
It's cool. I'm
At least you got good biceps.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was gonna say, bro, I could tell you've been lifting. You're looking kind of beefy.
I appreciate
I saw
it.
you wearing a tank top. I was like, this is a new thing.
No, I've been wearing a tank top for a minute, and it started out because like it was for a pretty vain reason at first. I'm like, hey, I actually look good, but now it's just really hot, so
It is.
I just wear it everywhere.
It is hot as fuck. The lumbar sweat is getting out of control.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say, why I wanted to bring up your peanut allergy is like, do you think celebrities try to keep their allergies like secret because like they don't want someone mailing a box of peanuts to their PO box and then they just fucking die?
Maybe. I mean, like a lot of allergies are super sensitive to the point where they breathe in the same air and they react. I'm not like that. If I ingest it, it's a problem, but not like if I, But there's some guys that like are pretty. Vince Staples.
Mm-hmm.
He has like
Wait.
the rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he has like pretty bad asthma. He tells people to stop smoking weed at his shows.
Really?
Yeah,
So he has to like hit an inhaler like mid concert.
Yeah, probably. He's like, my lungs fucking suck, dude. And I'm like, that sucks,
Bro.
dude. He's rapping about like being a crip, and he's like, yeah, I got asthma.
Bro, yeah. Well, I imagine it's just like some fucking teenager like just mailing a YouTuber like just a package of open peanut dust or something. And then the next thing they know, there's like a fucking video from like one of the YouTuber's relatives and they're like, "Hey guys, unfortunately, fucking OG Trapstar 69 has passed away. He went into anaphylaxis after opening a package that had peanuts in it from his PO box. So we're gonna start a GoFundMe for his funeral. And then the dude who sent that shit is just like, oh fuck, he wasn't kidding. I fucking killed this guy.
Yeah, that would be pretty terrible.
No, bro. I don't know why the fuck I had that thought. That's a weird thought.
No, that's fair. Any other interesting?
Okay, yeah, we used to work together at the homeless shelter.
We did MRC. Yeah.
So the men's homeless shelter.
We only worked together for like a couple hours because I had to stay after a shift. Because you worked swings.
So yeah, we worked
Yeah.
different shifts. So Josh worked the morning shift. I worked the swing shift.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, I just barely quit that job. Yesterday was my last day.
Oh, okay.
So I was there for over a year.
Damn.
How long were you there?
I was only there for 8 months.
Okay, still quite a decent amount of time. And you were at like the Comfort Inn like quarantine place for a while.
Which all we did was yell at old people.
Yeah, interesting. But I wanted to bring up I'm gonna give him a fake name because this guy is literally no longer alive. Delfonso. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I remember that. God damn.
so this guy named Delfonso at the homeless shelter. He was like this old Mexican dude in a wheelchair. He was a fucking dick, bro. But sometimes he was funny. I'm not gonna lie.
There were times.
Sometimes he would like just roll up to the staff, and one of them would be like, "I'm tired," and then he'd be like, "Yo, why are you tired? You guys don't do shit." And I'm not gonna lie, I would laugh when he would say shit like that.
Yeah.
But a lot of the times he was just fucking annoying, bro.
No,
Like,
he
would just roll his wheelchair into like the restricted area where it's like security only, and you'd be like, "Bro, you have to fucking move. You have to leave." And he would just like look at you and be like,
he would act like, I can't say that word. He would act like he cannot comprehend things at the
Yeah.
most ridiculous moments.
One time he was literally just sitting there and he just fucking leaned over and puked, and then he just like rolled off and just left, and he didn't tell anyone. And I was like, what a fucking dick, bro. Fuck this guy. I remember I used to get so angry every time I saw him. You remember fuck it, I'm just gonna say his name. Remember Manny in the Walker?
I think I do.
The old Mexican guy who always got mad at security when we'd like search through his things. He'd be like, "I'm on probation, motherfucker."
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's a fucking chomo. He's a child molester, like on the sex offender registry. So fuck you, Manny. I don't give a fuck about doxing you, because fuck you. But yeah, Delfonso was
we should
like,
probably censor out the name of the place we worked. I'm realizing I said like, you know,
we don't work there anymore.
fair. If we blow up and like if this podcast,
We're gonna act
blows
like we
up-
don't know nobody.
Exactly.
Really, nigga?
That was the wrong one. I meant it.
There it is. There it is.
Huh? Which one? Oh shit! Is that the Fortnite? That was good.
Yeah,
That was good. That's a good one. Did you add new ones? Just that one? Okay.
That's nice.
I don't know. Yeah, I might censor a couple things. It sounds like a lot of work. Sounds like a lot of editing. But
Yeah,
that's
I didn't want to do that.
no,
to
that's
you, but
okay because it was in like the last 5 minutes, so I can just cut to the end and edit
awesome.
that shit out.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I'm really not too worried about it. But yeah. So Delfonso had like liver problems or something.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
Okay. No, I don't remember. So.
or like kidney problems, something like that. I always get kidneys and liver mixed up.
Me too. I just have to remember the kidney is the one that like filters shit, right?
The beans,
The beans. Yeah.
but the liver also filters shit.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why I always get them fucking mixed up. But anyways, yeah. So one day I came to work and then I got told, they were like, yeah, Delfonso passed away from like liver failure or something. And then I texted Josh and I was like, yo, Delfonso fucking died. I said that word for word, and the text is still saved in our Snapchat. It's funny as fuck. I see it.
I remember seeing that and like losing my shit. And now that you bring it up again, I want. It's just the way he said it. It's not that funny. It's just.
Yeah, no, it's kind of fucked up.
Sorry,
Rest in peace to Delfonso.
Yeah, rest in peace, dude. I'm
But
sorry.
he was a fucking dick. So.
He was.
But the reason it was so funny is because literally like every time I would see Josh at shift change, because we had shift change before it would switch from day to the swing, like
Yeah.
we would talk for like 10 minutes. And I would always be like, is Delfonso being a fucking dickbag again today? And I would just be like, I don't know, bro. He just made me so fucking angry.
Yeah.
So when I found out, it was just like, it was like, I don't know, bro.
You have no idea how hard I laughed when I first saw that. It's just the way you phrased it. And I'm still laughing. Oh God, I'm going to. If there's a hell, I'm going there for laughing at this. But
Wait,
Yeah,
can
no.
you actually like take a screenshot of it and text it to me so I can put it up on the screen when I edit this?
I don't have Snap, but I can reinstall it and find it.
Yeah, I also don't have Snapchat.
Okay, yeah, I
Why,
can-
why are you not on Snap?
because
Mental health?
I'm not on Instagram either anymore.
Me neither.
Hey, all right, yeah,
Damn, we should kiss. I mean, that's good, bro. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, no, I get addicted to shit. That's part of it. And yeah, it's
Dopamine overload. Yeah.
Like, I bought a Nokia too. I haven't.
You bought a flip
switched over-
phone?
Yeah, no, it's not a flip phone. It's like it's kind of like
Brick?
yours. Yeah. I haven't switched over yet because like I've been using my phone a lot for like reading ebooks and shit. But
Well, you
it's-
can just switch over and like you can still use your phone at home on Wi-Fi and
yeah,
shit.
and that's what I should
That's
be
what
doing.
that's what I was doing for a while. I had a flip phone. Yeah, I had to get a new phone because the Nokia, like AT&T no longer fucking provided like 3G internet, so the Nokia literally stopped working. So I had to buy
That's ridiculous.
I had to buy an AT&T flip phone. But it was still cool, and the flip phone actually had internet, so I watched porn on the flip phone one time. Jaden has a video of it. That was sick.
Didn't
I'll play that on the screen if I can get it.
Yes, just hurry, okay? God.
Who texted you the video? What was it? The Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Yeah, no, I just went on
Ooh.
Pornhub on my phone.
Was that? I
Yeah.
remember. That
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
Oh my god! I thought somebody
Um,
texted it to you because
no.
the quality was horrible.
No, that was straight surfing the internet. It was sick.
Yeah, that's the one. You guys can't see it, but
yeah. Oh, that's funny. Jaden, are we still rolling on video? Can you check? Oh, thank God.
Awesome.
Beautiful. Fucking beautiful. That's funny. Yeah, so yeah, I've also been off Snapchat and Instagram for a minute. I'm not
It's
gonna lie,
good.
when I get drunk or high sometimes I'm like, ooh, Snapchat sounds fun. And then it reminds me like the original purpose of the app, like to have fun and talk to your friends, like, ooh, this is fun. But then like after maybe like a couple hours, it goes back to the old like, oh, this is like back
The
to being just an
scrolling.
addiction.
Yeah. I'll have like a month on and then a month off. But recently, I think I'm gonna stay off it for a while because the thing is, on half of it is a reason. Like half of the reason is because I talk to people on there and I have a lot of friends on there.
Yeah.
But lately, I figured out people give a shit about me outside of like they ask for my phone number so they can stay in contact, and that's a good feeling.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's sad.
No, I feel that 100%. And I realize whenever I re-download Snapchat and I like look at stories and I have this weird feeling like, oh fuck, I'm missing out. Like crazy shit is
Right.
happening.
FOMO,
And then
yeah.
and then I download Snapchat and I look at people's stories and it's like the same old dumb shit. It's just like, just like women posting their ass cheeks and Shannon posting some dumb shit. And I'm like, okay, never mind. I'm not missing out on anything.
Yeah,
Everything is
yeah.
literally the same. Shout out Shannon. Shannon, get on an episode with me. That'd be sick.
Stream Shannon. I mean, like, yeah. I think that interestingly enough, that I think you and I are at the same phase where you realize you don't necessarily need to be involved in everything, every social part to grow.
Bro,
Obviously.
I'm not gonna lie. You know how I used to be like a real big party guy, and I have not been to a party in months, and I have no interest in it anymore.
Yeah, okay.
It's super weird. I don't know what it is. I'm just like outgrowing that fucking part, I guess. I don't know. It's super weird. I really don't have an interest in getting drunk with a bunch of people anymore.
That's very, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't know what it's like. Again, I've always been clean. Sorry, but fucking.
Wait, but didn't you say you want to get drunk at the end of the year? Wait,
Yeah.
don't you turn 21 at the end of the year or something?
I turned 21 in January.
Oh, next
So
year?
next
So you're
year.
going to get drunk a month before you're legal?
No, I was saying like maybe at the end of the month because my friends are going.
Oh, the end of the
camping.
month.
Yeah.
You're going to get drunk in the woods?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Because they were like, you know what? We need to see your tolerance if you're like a sappy drunk or an angry drunk. And I'm like, I don't know if you guys want to see that.
I don't think you'll be an angry drunk. You might be a sappy drunk. You might get drunk and be like, I fucking love you guys so much.
I think that's what
You
I'm
guys are
gonna be.
Or you might be a sad drunk and you might be like, nothing fucking matters.
That's what I'm scared of. Because like if I drink at the wrong time and I'm already depressed,
Yeah.
it'll spiral me. That's what I don't want.
I think that's any substance. If you're feeling down or like worrying about some shit and you take any substance, it kind of like maybe some substances like make you escape sort of, and that's how addiction happens and shit.
Right.
Very bad, but
I have a fear of a loss of control.
a lot of the times if I get high and I'm like stressed about something, fucking like it'll just make it 10 times worse and I'll just be thinking about it nonstop.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I regret doing this.
No, that totally makes sense. And yeah, that loss of control thing. I'm like, if I wake up the next morning and I'm like, oh God, I drunk texted this girl and it's just like a bunch of.
I feel like that won't happen in the beginning. That's more of an advanced alcoholic thing.
Okay. I know fuck all about it, so you know.
Yeah. Usually, if it's your first time, you'll probably have a good time and you'll just be like enjoying yourself. I think
Hopefully,
you'll have fun. It's a good social lubricant for sure. The rule of thumb I would say is like, don't take a substance to have a good time. Take a substance to make a good time
Yeah.
and even better time.
That's what I've heard too. Yeah. I
So
want to make sure.
if you're
I'm having a good time.
if you're already doing fine, you're having a good time, and you drink, should be more fun. Should be good.
good. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. Like I think the most I've taken was like
Yeah, you took one shot one time.
It was after that I took like a shot and a half and some like orange juice and then like half a
Nice.
beer.
Nice.
And it didn't really do anything for me because I'm bigger. So it's like at the time I was like, well, this didn't do anything. I'm not that interested.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's totally fair.
Obviously, I need to take more, but like, you know, I was like, I'm not gonna go out of my way to get a designated driver and shit.
Mm-hmm. Totally. Okay. Well, that was episode 2
This
of
was a lot of time.
Casting Couch. Thank you guys for watching. Wow, that really flew by. Holy fuck, an
It
hour,
did.
15 minutes. That was crazy. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, share this with your fucking friends. Don't be selfish. Subscribe to Josh on YouTube. I'll put his channel, like, first link in the description. Anything else? Anything else? You want to plug anything? No?
I don't know, man. I'm not gonna plug anything.
Watch for Josh might make a new YouTube channel by the time this is uploaded. So if that is the case, I'll put the link to his new channel as well.
Right.
Because this isn't going up for like 2 weeks.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. I mean, I might stick to my regular one.
Yeah. Either
But-
way, in the description, check for
Yeah.
Josh. Leave comments. If you want to be on an episode of Casting Couch, fucking text me. Fuck it, dude. I'll just put my phone number in the description. I don't give a fuck. Maybe I'll regret that. I don't know. I'll do it. But all right. Thanks for watching. Have a blessed day. Goodbye.